For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 11 of the Roma series here on FIFA 18. Apologies for no videos yesterday. This cold/flu thing actually hit me a lot harder than I thought it would do. And the past 24/48 hours have been quite rough. So I'm kind of getting back into things slowly, still doing the minimum possible just to ensure that I can continue keep getting content out to you guys. So 2 games again today. Apologies for that, but I'm hoping that I've gotten over the worst of it now and things will start to get better. I'm still regularly popping the Lemsip, so fingers crossed it disappears sooner rather than later. Today we face Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League and then Genoa in Serie A before pushing further forwards towards the January transfer window. We are guaranteed progression through to the next round of the Champions League already though. 2 games to go. 6 points the difference between ourselves and Sevilla, and goal difference is very heavily in our favour, and also we've beaten Sevilla twice in the group stage already as well. So we could lose to PSG, we could lose to Feyenoord, and it won't matter one tiny little bit. So as a result, going to play a weaker side against PSG and continue to play a strong team in Serie A to try and build upon what actually has been a very good run of form for us domestically. It's seen us shoot right up the table. So hopefully we'll be able to carry that on today. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Like I say, I'm hoping now that I should be able to keep up with the daily uploads, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully we can get some good points and good performances. PSG's starting lineup is as strong as you would expect it to be, with Kevin Trapp, who played very well against us actually in the first game against Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, we very nearly got a draw out of that game, rescuing a 1-0 deficit that they scored in the 83rd or 4th. We then scored in the 89th to make it 1-1, and then they went up the other end and scored again and won the game. Now, the starting lineup that I'm playing for this game is particularly weak, as you can see there on the left-hand side. So I'm not expecting to get anything out of this game. It's more just giving players like Maya, our scout future star, Castan, Fazio, Skorupski, Gonalons, Corlu, players like that, the chance to just have any sort of on-pitch experience this season whatsoever. I'll probably play a similar side in the one against Feyenoord as well, because it just doesn't matter. We've got progression assured already, so might as well give my first team players a rest and let them gain stamina and fitness for the game against Genoa in 3 days' time, and see how this team gets on against Paris Saint-Germain. You never know, if someone excels, then they might be able to force their way into the picture for the starting lineup with regards to the first team, the same way that Schick did, because Schick wasn't anywhere near my starting lineup to start off with, and now he's one of my best players. Fred, Fazio, into Maya, nicely done. Here's Corlu, looks for Defrel, who's in. Oh, the heavy touch. If I'd have just let go of the sprint button when I was turning inside, I surely would have been in there to finesse that home and take a 1-0 lead. PSG have been average thus far in the game. Oh, and again, he just wouldn't quite get his first touch right. Defrel in some good opportunities here, in some good positions, but not quite getting his footwork spot on. That's the difference between a world-class player and someone that's just decent. Oh, I knew Di Maria was going to turn inside. He took it on his right, thankfully. Takes out on his left, and he scores for sure. I knew he was going to turn inside, just couldn't slow down in time or time the tackle properly, but thankfully, wayward from the Argentine. Gonalons out to Maya. I have to make sure I only pass to Maya when he's got some space, because he's very, very poor with his first touch. Perotti's in here, though. And Kevin Trapp is doing it again. Another good save from the goalkeeper. He did that numerous times in not leg number 1, because it's not knockouts, but you know what I mean, game number 1 at the Parc des Princes. Unfortunately, Castan there with a header from the resulting corner, but really didn't cause the German any problems whatsoever. Neymar down the line into Edinson Cavani. Leandro Castan with him. Can he win the ball? The answer is no. Here's Neymar driving into the box. Now we're in trouble. Oh, what a goal that would have been from Neymar. Unreal. How he was able to get the shot even remotely close to goal with that sort of angle is beyond me. That was a ridiculous finesse effort from arguably the player that will take over from Messi and Ronaldo as the best player in the world in the next few years. It's a lovely ball through to Corlu, though. who just quite simply can't shoot. Verratti into Cavani. Back to Thiago Motta to Cavani again. Thiago Motta out wide to Di Maria. Starting to put together some decent football now, PSG, finding their groove, but we've interrupted their groove by stealing the ball away. Oh, that was a heavy touch from Gondelons. Thankfully got it to Karsdorp. We're not far away from half-time now. In fact, we're very close to half-time. But can we get one more opportunity to take the lead before that break? The answer is yes, but as was the case with the last chance, Corlu can't shoot. Maya in there to Corlu. Gondelons through the gap. Defrel, God, this unreal footwork. That's one thing I do like about Defrel. His ability on the ball is really, really good. He might not be the best at getting in behind, despite his pace. He might not be the strongest at holding off players when he's backing into them. But his ability to dribble around players is so good. Here's Marco Verratti into Cavani. Back to Pastore. Well blocked by Karsdorp, and Gondelons mops up. See Gondelons familiar with PSG from his time at Lyon. Driving forward here, Corlu. Nice turn. Get it all the way out wide here to Diego Perotti, who's right-footed, so I'll turn his side on that right foot. Fire the ball straight at trap. Getting a bit stretched now, around about the hour mark. Ball flying from end to end quite quickly, but no goals yet. Neymar, back to Verratti, to Neymar, to Verratti again. Looking to step up the tempo now. Rabiot's come on for them, looking to thread the ball through, but thankfully Emerson steps in front of Di Maria. Defrel can only find Cavani, though. And that's the difference. Sheer quality from Edinson Cavani. One clear-cut opportunity for... It wasn't even clear-cut, was it? Just one snapshot opportunity for him on the edge of the box. Terrible pass from Defrel, but he's just thumped that into the back of the net. I've made a couple of changes. I've brought on Schick and I've brought on Bruno Perez, but whether that is going to be enough to help us now find an equaliser rather than a goal to go in front, as the case was when I initially brought them onto the pitch, I'm not sure. Look to slot through Defrel there and maybe work it back. I've got Schick here and out wide to Perotti. Looking for Schick again. Nearly the chance to equalise, but couldn't get a clean contact on the ball, Patrick. Will be stolen it off the defender here, and we'll go across here to Defrel. And there's the equaliser. Patrick Schick makes the difference. It's taken us so long to get the opportunity like this to score a proper goal without Corlu. And as soon as PSG score, we get the goal to equalise 4 minutes later. Insert stereotypical commentary line about buses and the timing of them when there haven't been any and then two come along at once. Schick. Space for Perotti, although it disappeared. Oh, look for Defrel! No! That's a really good chance. A really good chance to go in front. Julian Draxler is coming on for Angel Di Maria. A change for PSG. Will it be a change for the better or a change for the worse? Cavani into Neymar. Driving forward. He's quick. Castan. Oh, was waiting for a foul to be given, but it was a question of how close to the box it was going to be given. Neymar tried his best to reach the penalty area before falling over and try and con the referee into giving a penalty, but luckily wasn't able to, and Karsdorp completely mistimed that jump, but luckily Rabiot's header was terrible. Perotti can bring this down well, but Kazar was marshalled that well, but I've also stolen the ball away from him. And I see Bruno Perez on the far side, and that is a superb ball, looking for the Brazilian, who will take it in his stride, look to drive into the box, drill it into the middle, and only find Kevin Trapp. Kazawa to Neymar. Nice tackle by Rick Carr. Oh, okay, I take that back. Rabiot to Cavani. Out to Julian Draxler. He was the one that scored the winner in the first game against PSG, but not able to do so on this occasion. Space for Bruno Perez. I'm going to try and drive inside here with the first touch and look to accelerate away. Hopefully Schick will make me a decent run, which he has done. Cut inside on that left. We've seen him score numerous goals in that sort of situation this season, by just cutting in, edge of the box, look to finesse that far top corner, but Kevin Trapp is a step above some of the goalkeepers that he's scored similar goals against this year, and he's level 2. We've had 10 shots though. I don't know what Rabiot was doing there. We've been just as competitive in this game as we were in the first one, although I think it's more PSG underperforming and this side overperforming than it is the actual ability of the 11 players that I started. But Defrel very nearly played in there, but Trapp out to claim. 7 saves, it's said, that he's made thus far It was about now that PSG scored their winner, but they're not going to this time around. A point at home against the Parisians. Now with my full strength starting lineup, let's go and take on Genoa and try and get 3 points in the league. Sevilla beating Feyenoord. So Feyenoord, after 5 games, have lost all 5 in the group stage. Palladino through the gap to Lapadua. He's in behind here and breaking away. Has he overrun that? You lucky sons of bitches. That could have rebounded anywhere, but the save has fired that across the goalmouth, straight to the awaiting striker to just stroke home into an empty net. Rossi makes it Genoa 1, Roma 0 after just a matter of moments, and I couldn't have gone across to him at a faster pace, could it? Simple finish, and we are behind very early on. Giuseppe Rossi makes it 1-0 Genoa. Lorenzi. Sanabria back to Pellegrini. Nangolan's just waiting there. Out wide is El Shaarawy. It's good footwork. Try and bend that maybe. Good save by Mattia Perrin. Obviously got very high reflexes and good diving as well. So he's going to be a difficult keeper to score against. But Elsa could be in again here. Oh, wow. Well, if they were lucky with their goal, I was lucky with mine. How that squeezed underneath there, I have no idea whatsoever. Flicked on by Manolas, and Elsa falls over as he's taking the shot and just pokes it goalwards. It takes deflection off the defender, goes right underneath Mattia Perrin and into the back of the net. It's 1-1. 3 minutes between the goals in this game, so actually less time than it was in the game against PSG, but still, there's plenty more time left in this one, and I have a much stronger side out to try and push now for the win after going behind and pulling it back level, as we did in the previous game. Mahrez, that's a good whip. It's a comfortable save, though. Sanabria into Nangolan. That's nicely done. I was hoping Sanabria was going to keep that run going. He has now hit it early. Ooh, I like that finish. Very much so. He's right-footed, Sanabria, but he's hit that first time on his left. Almost scuffed it into that bottom corner. That's a really impressive finish, actually. We'll have a look at a replay of that just to see quite how it squirms into that bottom corner. Nangolan holds the ball up well and through the defender's legs. That's a really, really good finish from Antonio Sanabria. It wasn't really scuffed either. It bobbled a couple of times on the way in, but he hit it cleanly enough. 9 minutes after we equalised, we're in front. Palladino waiting for the turn. It didn't come. Manolas intercepts that though. Play it around nicely. The little triangles. This is a really good move. Turn your side on Nangolan's right foot and shoot well wide. Lorenzi into Pellegrini. Across to Strootman. Through the gap there to Sanabria. Strootman's kept that run going. Kevin Strootman. Oh, tucked away nicely. 3-1. We are the top goal scorers in the league. And it just so happens that I apparently have now clicked with this Roma side. In the final season with Chelsea, we scored over 100 goals in the Premier League season. And this is the 37th goal of our Serie A season to this point in only the 14th game, I think. Game 14, 37 goals. That, again, is getting close to averaging 3 goals per game. I've clicked with this Roma side. Things are going very well. Bertolacci across into Brilek. Lapadula. Bertolacci. Out to Palladino. Turns well. Florenzi got something on that, but not able to stop the cross from coming in. Manolas heads away, but only as far as Bertolacci. Mahrez steals that away. Now, is there time to go for a fourth before the half-time whistle? 3 minutes added on. Nangolan's made a great run, so I will use him. And across here is Sanabria arriving. First time hit, missed. Never mind. Thankfully, we already have a 3-1 lead. Elsha in there to Pellegrini. Actually switch it across here to Florenzi. Nangolan just kind of running next to the defender, which didn't really help. Maybe switch it again. Back to Mario Rui. Then get it in there to Strootman. Knock that back there to Pellegrini. Bit of space. Why not? Ooh, well held by Perrin. That was moving. Pellegrini out to Florenzi. Driving forward. Nangolan. Pellegrini, Strootman. Sanabria. Running is Nangolan. Driving into the space is Nangolan. Scoring is Nangolan. I have to be honest, Isco and Coutinho were superb at driving forward from a cam roll in the Chelsea series. But I think Radja Nainggolan, as an all-round player, is probably the best midfielder I've ever used on FIFA 18. He's definitely up there. He scores goals. He's got great physicality. His passing's superb. He's brilliant in the tackle as well. He's just amazing. Altidore. Missed the tackle. Altidore out to Portu. Who go back to Altidore. Has done. Shot deflected off Kolarov. Out for a corner. They brought on the big man, Josie Altidore, up top not long ago. Bertolacci with the whip. Decent corner. Brulek will bring it down. They're going to drive all the way back up right here to Bertolacci. They'll try again. That's a better delivery. Kolarov there to head it away. Spolly brings it down. Inside to Brulek. Could shoot, could turn. What's he going to do? Find Josie Altidore. Altidore's got the strength to hold off Mario Rui. Rui gets the block on it. And it'll be a corner again. Obviously not going to get anything from this game, Genoa, but if they can push for another goal, then they might as well. Alisson with the punch clear, and Brulek will pick it up. You might as well lose 5-1 if you're pushing to try and make it 4-2 and maybe 4-3. So they're going for it here, Genoa. You can see still got a number of players forward from this corner, but Lapadula is offside, and that's ruined their entire attack. Florenzi into Mahrez. Mr. Pellegrini. Streetman. Nainggolan. Sanabria. Oh no! I didn't know where I was going to go or what I was going to do, even as I was building that move together. And then eventually, when the shot does come in, it's so very nearly a fifth. A great effort from Stefan El Shaarawy. Comes back off the woodwork. Similar, in fact, in effort to Neymar's in the previous game, but Neymar's is perhaps slightly more impressive from a slightly narrower angle. Rui into Sanabria here, though. Elshar's making that run again, but who's arriving? The main man himself, Radja. But unfortunately, I can't get the shot off. Strootman steps in, though. Here's Mahrez. I wanted to go for a scoop turn. It didn't quite work, but we've still got possession at least. And I'll knock this back here to Florenzi. Get it settled. Go for the cross. Good delivery. Up goes Radja Nainggolan. Away goes the ball. And we'll build again. But who's there? Free. Radja Nainggolan. Sanabria. Back out to Florenzi. Strootman there. Then there's a bit of space here. Oh no, it was Pellegrini. Then there's space for Strootman. Then there's space for Radja. Deflected. Perrin saves. Sanabria into Pellegrini. Driving forward. He hasn't scored many for me, Pellegrini. And that remains the case. Defender threw himself at it. Ran the risk of actually taking Pellegrini down there. And if he'd have caught him, in fact, if I hadn't have shot, he probably would have taken me down. By taking the shot in the manner that he did, he actually hopped over the challenge. I might well have gotten a penalty there if I'd have just kept driving forward. But by doing so, I probably wouldn't have had the angle for the shot anyway. So I had to take it on. Unfortunately, it wasn't successful. Gentiletti through, but Manolas cuts it out. Nainggolan fouled. Well, I say fouled, just fell over. Referee clearly didn't feel it was a foul, so nothing was given. Bertolacci through the gap to Gentiletti. Trying to influence things off the bench. Lapadula. The footwork! I mean, I thought I perfectly timed the tackle there, but... Oh, are you mad? I want to have a closer look at that. Was that just a FIFA engine thing, or has he genuinely just completely destroyed me there? Does he drag it back and then... Yeah, no, Lapadula has completely destroyed me. Drags it back and then he's actually written me off. That is one of the best goals that I've conceded ever. For that footwork, the turn and the finish on the edge of the box in that situation. If they weren't 4-1 down already, that goal would have been good enough to warrant a victory. That was outrageous. 4-2 though, and we are still very much in front, and we are still very much certainly going to get the win. And Bruno Perez may even be able to make it 5, but no, Perrin holds on well. Pellegrini to Nainggolan. Sanabria is there, waiting for Riyad Mahrez to make the run, and finesse home. 5-2. I just can't stop scoring goals. I don't know what it is about this, even not just this Roma team, but in general on FIFA 18, my defending is atrocious, as we've seen throughout pretty much every single episode that I've ever made on any FIFA ever. But this year, I just can't stop scoring goals. it's a problem that I've not had before. I have, well, not that it's a problem, but it's something that I've not encountered before. In previous series, on previous FIFAs, I've had situations where I just quite simply cannot score goals and I've been struggling. Whereas I can't stop on FIFA 18. I mean, it's a good thing, right? Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Let's have a quick look actually at the league table to see how things stand right now, because we were top, but Juve had a game in hand. We are still top, and Juve now have 2 games in hand, as do Milan and Sampdoria. Why they're not, and Napoli. Why they're not playing, I'm not sure. We've got 10 points on Napoli though, but Sampdoria and Milan and Juve could all either go level on points with me or above me, in Juventus' case, with 2 wins in those games in hand. And if Milan do well with regards their goal difference and the scale of their victories, then they could go above me on goal difference too. But I've scored 39 goals in 14 games. But I've also conceded 20, which is the same as Hellas Verona and Benevento, who are both in the bottom 2. I concede loads of goals, but my God, we just can't stop scoring. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too for more. Apologies again that the videos are slightly shorter, but I'm still fighting my hardest to battle off this this sickness, and hopefully I'll be right as rain in 2 or 3 days' time. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go and record a My Player now and then go and sleep for about 12 hours, I think. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.